What up? So I finally have some time to work on the Cappuccino. The Way for the Fame garage has been booked. From going to the port basically every week, to working on these 2K trucks, to fixing this random fuel line that wanted to crap out, adding a double din, dropping this off to Teggy, painting the bed blue, painting this black, and then making sure that my quote-unquote forever K is one of the coolest Ks around, one of the coolest I had to mirror walkthroughs. Like, I haven't even painted the calipers yellow. What Way for the Fame car that you know doesn't have calipers yellowed in the first week? We definitely got to get that done before the waffle's over. But I finally have some time. My cousin is off tomorrow and the next day. So what I want to do today in this video, I want to jack up the car again. Now that I think that one of my radiator hoses might be broken or just off the car in general. And I want to see if the fact that I don't have coolant might be my only issue, maybe my biggest issue. Maybe that's the reason that my idle was surging. We're gonna hopefully find that out in this video. So let's start the Cappuccino, low car life. I have to drive it up there just so I can jack it up. Haven't started this car in so long. I cannot believe I'm not driving it right now. Deep down inside, I want someone to take the mirror walkthrough so I can keep this till I get back from Japan. Now let's jack it up. Oh wow, it's leaking. Oh, look at this. I just saw this. I was like, what is this leaking? All right, so let's jack this up. We'll talk about the track day and everything shortly, but I'm leaking from right there. So let's find out what the hell that is. Is it my water pump? Is it a radiator hose? What's kind of crazy is the last thing we did on this car was the oil change. And I did the oil change and I started the car and everything. It didn't leak at all. So this is weird. I wonder what it could be. Maybe it's my water pump. Maybe we'll do our first timing belt and water pump job on the channel. But let's see. Maybe I'll take off this guard. Help with the visibility. Now that that's off, seems like it's leaking in this vicinity. If I'm gonna be 100% honest, I don't even know what I'm looking at. Is this my water pump? I think the water pump is connected to the timing belt, so I don't think it's that. But yeah, it seems like it's coming from this area. Sadly, I let my friend borrow my pressure washer, so I would love to spray some degreaser and just get all of this cleaned. I think he's gonna bring it back to me today, so maybe we'll continue this tomorrow. But in the meantime, I have this hose and I want to put water here so if I can see exactly where the car is leaking from. So we got the hose on. Let's see. Ah, there's our culprit right there, right? Is this fully cracked? Oh yeah, look, right there. All right, so maybe again, we just need to take it off from here. All right, let me turn this hose off. And it looks like it could just be a rip line, which would be a good sign. We don't have to worry about the water pump or any of that stuff. So let's see if we can take that off. All right, so we're under the car now. And it seems like the line is pretty short. It goes from here. That's a hard line. I just need to find a way to get pliers and unclip it there. And then it looks like it only goes to this, which also, as you can see, has a rip. So let's take this one off. That looks very easy. All right, so this is out. Now we just need to get this one out. Got it. Now let's assess the damage. I'm no expert, but not sure if it's supposed to look like that. So what I'm gonna do now is go back to Advance, go back to AutoZone, and see if they have anything similar to this, or something I could just bend since it's not too long. And we'll fix this. Maybe even drive the Cappuccino today. Who would have thought? Look at me, man. Maybe I'm gonna turn into one of those like mechanic channels and do like engine swaps, crazy builds, because this is even crazy to me. But all right, enough soaking in the moment. Let's actually see if I get this fixed right away. Before we go to AutoZone, let me update you on the waffle. So we're down to the last 200. It's been less than a week and we're almost halfway there. So maybe live drawing before this month is over. That's honestly my goal. We're also gonna do 2 free slots in this video. So make sure to watch the whole thing. Like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for the rules. And don't forget, it's not only the Cappuccino and mirror walkthrough. The second place winner gets this brand new Honda Moto Compacto. Third place is cash. Fourth place is a glow plate. Fifth place is more cash. Sixth place is a JDMK plate. Seventh place is more cash. Eighth place is this Suzuki Cappuccino model set that I got from Japan. And then ninth and 10th place is free slots. So if you haven't joined already, please do. Please consider it at least. It's the prize of 1 steak dinner to win an entire vehicle or one of the other 9 prizes. But now let's go to AutoZone, see if they have the hose or something similar. All right, so we're in the back of AutoZone. A lot of them are pretty similar. I think my biggest issue is just gonna be this size. Like this is actually pretty similar. This was the first thing I picked up. Let's put this aside. Would love for it to be a bit longer. Maybe something like this actually, because it has that 90-degree bend that we need. And then we just cut it. Yeah, maybe we'll get this. How does it look here wise? It's a bit tighter, but this is super swollen. So depending on how much this costs, I might buy it. Worst case, we just return it. But let's see. Yeah, this is all. I should get one of these for the top of my radiator too. I also saw some people telling me that I could get a fuel line. So I'm gonna see what you guys say in the comments. No one has wrote back to me a definitive response if I could get a fuel line or not. But this looks like some high temp good stuff. So maybe we'll buy that along with maybe this one. And just see what we can do. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. I think it should fit. It has the same 90-degree bend. We just need to curve it a little bit, but it's much longer, so it'll be fine. And then I think this should be fine. It's just super swollen. Yeah, let's pay for this. Let's see how much this is gonna cost. We're back home. Here's our new $31 hose. And then this is our old one. So we're gonna have to cut it maybe around like right here. I'll give it a bit of slack. What I wanna do now is sand and clean this off. This is so dirty under here. My buddy's bringing the pressure washer back in a few hours. So once that gets here, I'm gonna spray all of this. It's gonna look like my transmission down there. Look at that. Thing is clean. This, next project. So I sanded this down a little bit, but this guy, unfortunately, is too small. So I'm gonna have to go back to AutoZone and get something a little thicker. Hopefully we can find something with the same bend. All right, so we're back in AutoZone. I think I'm gonna go with this one. I'm back in the fuel line section from yesterday. But yeah, they don't have any water lines that are similar. The one to the left is what we currently have in the car that's cracked. The one in the middle is the water line that is too small. And then the one on the right, I think is what I'm gonna attempt to do. I think that should be fine. It is 3/8, 100 PSI. I think this should be fine. I'm still gonna find the exact part number for the Cappuccino, like this exact one that's broken, and order it. But I want something just now, because one, the winner might win the car in a couple days, and two, I just want to see if this is my problem. So let's order this. Let's pick this up. I think it's going to be a lot cheaper than $31. About to get back 10 bucks. Are we going to have to go back to AutoZone for a third time? Nah, looks like we're good. Pull that off. Let me clean up this a little more. So it needs to go like this, right? So let me just put this top one in first. I think it needs to go like that, right? Yeah, that's good. So I got the new hose in right here. Clamp and everything is good. Now we just need to cut this one and bend it so it can go there. So similar to going like this, but for it to just go in right there. So probably cut it like maybe right here. Just measure it out a little bit. I don't want it to touch this belt either. So maybe I won't give it too much slack because I don't want it to be rubbing against this belt right there. So we're gonna make our first cut. I'm gonna give it a bit of slack just so I know that I'm good. All right, so everything is in. I think the leak should be fixed. I'm gonna cut this a little bit though, just because I feel like it's a bit too close to that belt. So let me pull this back off. And let's cut it just a small bit. Like maybe just this much. Just that much. See if that makes it look a little better. All right, so we got everything in again. I just feel like I'm still a little too close. So I'm gonna cut this a little more, and that way it won't be close to that at all. Maybe just like this much. Let me just clamp it down. All right, so clamp 1, clamp 2. Now let me spray some degreaser all here. Let's cover up the alternator and let's really get this clean. And then I'm gonna add some coolant. We're gonna drop the car, we're gonna start it. And I wanna drive it at least, well, I wanna see what's wrong with the idle. I feel like because I thought it was my idle control sensor, or I thought it was my throttle position sensor, I thought it was one of those things. I was playing with the idle a lot. So I feel like at this point, after I had coolant and everything, I think the idle was adjusted so many times that I'm just gonna have to probably go to my cousin's house or just have someone help me in general. That way we can adjust at the same time while I'm revving it and everything. I can give it some passes, but yeah, let's get the degreaser. My homie just dropped off the power washer. And let's see if we can go 2 for 2 with my only real issues being hoses. I'll show you guys a before right now. If you can believe how ugly it looks back here. All right, I'm gonna let this soak in a little bit. Then we'll hit it with a pressure washer. Then I'll do with some more iron remover, some more degreaser. And let's see how this looks. It's not just a bunch of black gunk now. You can actually see where things are and where they belong. So I'm gonna hit it with some more degreaser, power wash it one more time. Now let's add some coolant while we let that dry. I'm gonna be pretty sad if I start adding this and it's leaking out. All right, so this is full. It's not leaking. I'm gonna start the car now. Let it go down a little bit, let it go through the system. And then I'll add some coolant. been on for maybe 2 minutes. I connected the throttle position sensor back. It's idling normally right now. It's not smoking. I got the heat also on blast. I guess I'll give it maybe, let me just connect this actually, since it's not really going down. I'll let it idle for maybe 1 more minute. Let's see if it smokes again. Or maybe it was just the coolant mixing on all that dirty oil from under the car. No more leaking coolant. Not as much smoke as before. Well, not really any smoke, honestly. Alright, so car on the ground. Was idling for a couple minutes without surging, so maybe my issue was the coolant. What we're gonna do now is start it. I want to drive it around the block a couple times, nothing crazy, and let's see how it does. It's my first time driving this car in like a month. I don't even want to get into boost. I'm like scared.
You did the spark plugs on this already?
Before, but not recently. Like maybe 2 months ago.
Oh yeah, it's still good.
No, it's good, it's good. But I think they could be covered in oil, so I want to do them again.
That's good,
Yeah. Maybe it's back.
Yeah.
I don't see smoke from there.
No, not heavily, no.
You see it at all? I don't see it at all.
No.
But like, I'm talking about like last time I drove it, it was like non-stop.
It was OD, yeah.
It was like the car was on fire. I was
so
scared.
then what did you do to
All I did was change that radiator, that coolant hose, the coolant whatever hose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all I did. But maybe that hose was
leaking.
It was leaking like crazy, obviously. But maybe it was leaking on the oil that was also there. That was dirty.
And mixing with
mixing it, and then causing it to
get that
smoke
like if it was oil.
Yeah, because car never.
Because it wasn't like white. It wasn't like a pure white smoke.
No, yeah, it wasn't.
You know, Suzuki. Yeah, Cappuccino. Yeah, though. You got it, dude.
I just can't believe that idle and like a lot of things are fixed right now based off that one.
I forgot this shit. You could drop the top on this bitch.
Yeah, I know. I really could. That's why I want to keep
this
it till.
Lit,
yeah, I know. That's why I want to keep it till right now, until it got hot. And I just got too busy doing 20 other projects. This thing, I could have fixed this.
Nice.
I could have fixed this so long ago. It's actually crazy.
This is your Miata type.
I know. It's my right-hand drive Miata, basically.
Yeah.
Just smaller. It's not as cool as the gray Miata. I don't even know what side it's on. I think it's this one. I'm actually. Oh look, check engine light actually just came on. Finally. It's about as sick.
And what was the code reading?
I don't know. It doesn't have an OBD2, so I think when I go to John to do the valve cover gasket, I'm gonna see if we also do that. But actually, the fact that I did that makes sense. Like, I don't think that the coolant was made sure for the check engine light.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's back to idling at 1500, which has been my norm since I drove it all the way from California. Alright, Cappuccino's back.
This shit is real fun though.
This is the real go-kart. Like. that for maybe like over 2 years, honestly. Let's pop the hood and just see. It's not smoking. It's idling normal again. Am I leaking coolant? Crazy. One $20 hose later, Cappuccino's back. Now that the car actually works, I don't know, man. I hope nobody takes this. Now, before we end this video, the homies here are picking up the car. Gave you a free keychain on both of them. Bye bye Hijet, by Mitsubishi Minicab. This was a fun little project. Battery cover, bed, a total double din. Next stop, Chicago. I really got to get one of these Hijets. I know the homie Tiki Bunny has one for sale, but tell me this isn't a beautiful looking truck. Just the silver bumper with the blue and the orange. Then we got the clean mini cab. This one got the Teggy touch. But let me tell you guys about the free slot, and then we'll end this video here. Not crazy about that and this, but whatever works, works. Oh, check out this Evo too. Flexing. Now let's talk about the 2 free slots. So under this anchor, I wrote down 2 numbers between 0 and 2000. You just have to guess any number between 0 and 2000. Whatever 2 people are the closest will win a free slot. Thank you guys for watching. A very good day today. We got the Cappuccino running. We got the 2 cars shipped successfully. We got the mirror walkthrough just doing amazing as it usually does. And Road to 30K, subscribe to the channel. Peace out.